What are you looking for? Where will your heart's desire take you?
Let's go!
Hey everyone, how's it going? This is JJ Starwind here. And not to take up too much of your time, I just wanted to go over my thoughts on a few animes that were finished this past spring for the year 2023. And some of the animes I've been looking at, or looking forward to rather, for the summer. And also, I'm going to make an announcement about an upcoming anime review I'm going to do once I'm done with it. And it's an old school anime. So let's go right quick here. What are my thoughts on Hell's Paradise? I thought it was a good show. Hell's Paradise was definitely an interesting show, no doubt about it. Now, I can kind of see where some critics were, arguing against this show because of what was happening with some of these characters, especially the antagonists, known as the Tensen, and how they are able to change their genders so easily. But I can kind of see why the author, I forget his name, excuse me, about that. I can see why the author designed those characters the way that he or she did, because it had to do in relation to yin and yang, and also Tao, which, like they say in Japan, is known as chi, or ki. Okay, so if you study yin and yang a little bit, yin has feminine traits and yang has masculine traits, if I have that correct. And both of those things can be interchanged, but usually yin has the more what you would call feministic characteristics versus yang, which has the more male characteristics. So the Tensen have the ability, especially when they engage in battle, they can amplify their strength by turning into men, and they can de-amplify by turning into women. And once their life is in danger and their initial human body is killed, then they turn. Some of them have the ability to turn into plants, which is pretty crazy. And that's like their truest form. It's more like a plant-based type of creature or whatever. It's kind of wild, but yeah. But basically, the story is about this ninja. He's like a highly skilled, trained ninja, and he has superhuman abilities. He's able to turn his body into fire, which is crazy. And his sole purpose is to basically get pardoned out of the Japanese government in order to be reunited with his wife. And it has been alluded, at least by one of the characters that's like him, that the wife may not actually be a real person. It could have been just somebody to implant in his brain in order to motivate him to do the missions and the killing that he does. Okay, so it may not even be true that he actually has a wife, but nonetheless, that's why he is there on the island, so he can be a free man and eventually get reunited with his wife. And he's traveling with this, and while he's there, there's these samurai or guardsmen of the shogunate called the Asimon, if I got that, not that correct. And these samurai elite guards, the other character that's in the show is called Sagiri, and she's like one of the few women guardsmen for the shogunate that they're responsible for looking out for these criminals like Ganbimaru, even though he's technically a criminal, but he still has good natures about him. She kind of notices that about him. He harbors some good characteristics despite his unfortunate circumstance. All right, so throughout the show, she's kind of learning more about Gabimaru and how he operates, and she starts developing some feelings for him. Maybe not necessarily entirely romantic, but it's kind of there over time. You can tell, and basically, she notices that in order for him to be free, like she has to help him out in order to not just better himself, but also kind of, I guess you could say, make her a better fighter, a better samurai than what she is already. So my reviews all over the place about Hell's Paradise, but overall it's it's an intriguing show. I believe there is a second season coming out, so I'll be looking forward to that one. And I watched Golden Kamui as well, the fourth season. That got postponed, unfortunately, for a time because one of the staffers involved in that show for the anime production unfortunately died. I forget the person's name. And it was postponed for at least 5 months, I think, 4 or 5 months, because Golden Kamui debuted, I believe, during the summer of last year sometime, and then it got postponed, and now it started again. No, it wasn't summertime. It was like around the wintertime, excuse me. And it just came back on in May. And so now going into July, it's over. And season 5, I believe, is confirmed, Golden Kamui. And I believe that's going to start with the Sapporo beer fight. And that aspect of the manga was crazy. I'm just going to leave it at that. It was really insane what I saw in there. The fights was crazy. So I can't wait for that to get animated. And then, of course, the final city where these guys are going to fight, I'm not going to spoil it, but they're going to go to another city in Hokkaido where they actually do find the gold. But I'm not going to hint where it is, so you'll have to figure it out for yourselves unless you read the manga already. So I thought Golden Kamui... I can't talk now. I thought Golden Kamui overall was pretty good. Definitely one of the more intriguing seasons. But I think season 5 or the last season is going to be really good. I think you'll enjoy it a lot. And going into the summer, I just watched Rurouni Kenshin, the new one, the remix one, last night exactly. And while I did like the episode, I felt like it was too fast paced. I mean, they got rid of the initial villain, Gohei, pretty fast. I know he's coming back because of Sanosuke, but they got rid of him pretty quick. Unless he's going to be more involved in the story, I don't know. Because they did add a certain old man in there that claimed to be his older brother. And those two couldn't have been any different. I mean, damn. They could not have been any different from each other, but okay. I mean, the original Gohei didn't have a little brother at all. He was pretty much his own man. But he was pretty much a lackey in this new one, so even though he was super strong. But, like, I'm starting to see, like, maybe this particular series, Kenshin, is probably going to be kind of limited. I don't know if they're going to go 24 episodes or not. If they're going all the way to Saito arc, to where Kenshin and Saito fight again, that might be what they're pushing. So it could end up being 24 episodes, unless they just cram pack it all into 12 episodes. That's going to be very difficult to do. Because I understand there were quite a bit of fillers within the beginning of the first season in the original. But if they just go no fillers at all and try to get to Saito already in 12 episodes, that's going to be pretty impressive, actually. But it depends on how they tell it. It could go so fast to where it's like, damn, they're at Saito already? They're at the Saito arc that fast? But we'll have to see. We'll just have to find out. Also, I need to watch the new Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't gotten to that yet. I'll try to watch it this weekend. And then there's Baki, which I think is coming out later this month. That's not out yet. I'll be looking forward to that. And here's the announcement. So the announcement here is I'm going to do a review, an extensive review on the anime series Karate Master, or also known in Japan as Karate Baka Ichidai, meaning the #1 karate idiot. So I can't wait to do that one, because I've been really enjoying that. And it goes way back. It goes back to the 70s. And it's on YouTube right now if you want to watch every episode while it's there. I think it's on the TMS official anime network channel. I think that's what it's called. But just type in TMS anime and the channel should come up, I think. And you should be able to find that series, Karate Master. And be on the lookout for that. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to come right away, but I will be doing a review on that once I finish the series. I only got a few more episodes to watch, so be on the lookout for that review when it comes, okay? So those are my thoughts on the 2 shows that I watched this spring, and going into the summer, I'm telling you what I'm planning on watching, and then be on the lookout for a Karate Master review, okay? So this is JJ Starwind, and I will see you all on the next video.